going on, guys? It's your boy JBACS back here for Pork Puck Hockey, where we talk hockey and only hockey. So, it's that magical time of year again. The 2019-2020 NHL season starts tonight, October 2nd, and we got two marquee matchups tonight. At 8 p.m., we have the past two Stanley Cup champions facing off, the Washington Capitals and the St. Louis Blues. And then later on, we have the Vegas Golden Knights coming to their third season, facing off against the San Jose Sharks. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm back here, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. Off season, lots of new faces and new places. And then we got the obvious thing I just said, the new Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues. First time in their franchise history. Congrats to them. We'll give them a round of applause. They did really well. Jordan Binnington backstopped them to victories that no rookie goaltender has ever done before. And he is now one of my top 10 goalies. So, we're going to start today's show by talking a little about some new faces and new places. We have Matt Duchene, who has been moved around a little bit as of late, but he has finally found a home in Nashville. He should be one of their top guys down there, and he should help them maybe get over that edge they've been looking for and try and make that cup run this year. They're one of my favorites. And then we also have PK Subban on the move. He is leaving Nashville, heading up to New Jersey. He'll be joined by draft pick Jack Hughes and Wayne Simmons will be joining those two boys in New Jersey this year, and we'll see how they do. They could be one of those teams that maybe gets over that hump and makes it into the playoffs this year and makes a run. We'll see. But only time will tell with that. Then we got the New York Rangers, who have drafted Capo Caca, or Kako, however you say his name. But anyhow, he was one of the top prospects this year, and he should do very well for them because he's got a new face in a new place in Artemi Panarin, the bread man. Man, that guy's mitts are just pure filth. He can go out there and do some dirty dangling, and if they're backstopped by King Hank, who knows? They could go undefeated this year. No, I'm just kidding, but they could do some things. Another big name that was on the move this year is Sergei Bobrovsky, the goaltender from Columbus. He is now a Florida Panther. Florida Panthers brought on Joel Quenneville, the head coach, to see if he can maybe get them turned around. It's sometimes it's coach, but sometimes it's the players. So we'll see if new coach, new goalie, see if that helps them get over the hump. And we'll see how the Florida Panthers do this year. That's about it for new faces and new places. We're going to talk about my plans with the show and talk about a little bit of the NHL season and how I think it's going to go. And that's what we'll do for today's show. So, like I said, it's been a while since I've done a video. I'd like to do a weekly video if possible throughout the year. Being that I'm in college, it might be a little tough here and there, but we're going to try and do it once a week. So check back weekly to my page, and we'll hopefully have a new video uploaded for you talking about the week's games, the points, surprises. But like I said, we're always going to talk hockey and only hockey. I'd like to maybe get some guests on the show and talk a little bit about how they feel the season's going, their favorite teams, maybe some hockey memories that they've had. Like my favorite memory, my Washington Capitals finally winning that Stanley Cup. But I'm just a huge fan of hockey, so I'm not always going to be biased towards my Capitals. I'll always talk about every team I can. Like, I'm a big Connor McDavid fan. I like Austin Matthews a lot. And, yeah, those are just some of my favorite guys. But that's my plan for the show, is trying to keep it weekly and just talk about hockey. So as far as the season goes this year, it's going to be interesting. The top teams in betting odds are obviously Tampa Bay. They've always been on the top the past couple of years. They've just had the issues with completing the deal in the playoffs. We also have the Vegas Golden Knights in the second best odds to win the Stanley Cup this year. And then we also got the Colorado Avalanche and so on and so forth. But the Colorado Avalanche are a fairly young team. They just re-signed Mikko Rantanen to a big deal. They got Nate McKinnon. They got Gabriel Landeskog. And they're being backstopped by Philip Grubauer, who has made his way to become a starter there. We'll see if they can keep things going. They did really well last year in the playoffs by upsetting Calgary. Got cut early on maybe what was a questionable call, some people might say. And we'll see how they do, but that's from the odds standpoint, that's where they're at. Then we got Vegas. Vegas Golden Knights have a tremendous top six forward group with that Stone, Pacioretty, Marchessault, Carlson, Tuck. I think they're going to be very good point producers. Their defense is a little shaky, but Nate Schmidt and the boys should be able to help shut down the opposing teams and win some games there. And they got a Hall of Fame goaltender in Marc-Andre Fleury back there. He's making saves and standing on his head night in and night out. They're going to make another playoff run. So I see them getting about 100 points or so, maybe a little more, depending on how they can do. But if they're at home, they're probably winning. They got the great atmosphere, just like a lot of other teams. If they're at home, they do better. And then we also have the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Tampa Bay's got Steven Stamkos leading the way with them, Alex Killorn. They got some other good guys here and there. Braden Point. Actually, I don't know if Killorn plays for them anymore. But whatever. My point is that they got a solid team. Andrei Vasilevsky, he should probably be up for Vezina again this year. He's a really good goaltender. He can make some saves that some guys can't. So, yeah, that's what we'll see if he can finish it up, and get them a cup down there in Tampa. And we'll see how the season goes. We got games starting tonight, like I said, games tomorrow, Saturday, and all the way through the rest of the season here. And we'll check back in next week, see how some teams are doing, see if there's some surprises, and see who's leading the way in points. Thanks, guys. JBACS out.